everyone, I am Ramsey Baggins, aka Pip. I posted a story on my Instagram where I asked if you guys wanted to see what my cue box looked like, because I'd mentioned it a couple of times. Because I basically want to go through and squish all the yarn, and it's come back so far 100% yes. So I thought I'd make a video, give me an opportunity to kind of go through everything. I'm at a point now where I've got a bit of castanitis, so this will be useful for me too. Apologise if you hear any baby noises. Mr. Moo is literally asleep right behind the camera in his bassinet, but we should have about 15-20 minutes hopefully. But I don't know if it's going to take that long, to be honest. I'd be surprised. This is my cue box. Oh yeah, apologise for like all the mess everywhere. So having a baby does. So this is a 35 litre really useful box, which I keep all my stash in. I have like 6 of them, I think. One of them's just full of leftovers, which will either make their way into a scraps ball if they're 4-ply, or will probably end up in a blanket if they're more than that. But we'll see how that goes. So what I do is when I decide I'm going to cue a project, I get the yarn and I wind it most of the time, sometimes not, because it's quite difficult to find a chance to wind yarn at the moment. Print off the pattern, put it all in a project bag, and put a label on the outside of the project bag that's the name of the pattern and which size needles I need, so that all I need to do is grab needles and go. So this is the one that I think I'm going to cast on next. So I do have a Nama sweater on the needles, but it takes quite a lot of concentration, and sometimes I just don't have that, especially if I'm just grabbing a row or two while the baby is like doing something else. So this is a bag from Kirsty of Grenade Creations. It is a Ghibli bag, which is amazing, especially considering they're starting to put all the Ghibli movies up on Netflix, which is very exciting. And this is a really cool bag because she designed them herself. They're really cool. You unzip it and you unclip it. Hard to do with one hand. And it like folds out. It's got this like little gusset here, and it like folds out into like a little yarn ball. Super cute. And what is in here is this stunning self-striping yarn from Marcus of Fiberpunk. Like how beautiful it is. Oh my goodness. Oh, the light's not great in here, I do apologise, but oh, yum. And it's going to be a ribble bralette by Jessie Made Designs. I'm very excited. Mr. Moo, we're fully established with our feeding now, which means that I can get away with wearing things like bralettes, which I couldn't before. So I'm very excited about that. And then here I've got my little notions bag by the little grey girl. And like some more little notions, mostly stitch markers and bits and bobs. And I also like to use a highlighter to highlight my size, like, so especially if the pattern's got like for large size only, for medium size only, blah, blah, I like to highlight the bits that apply to the size that I'm making. So that is probably my next cast on. I've been wanting to make one of these for a long time. We'll see. Right, I'm just gonna go with like what's in the top of the box. They're not in any particular order. So here we go, my Brit yarn bag. This is going to be the Alaska hat. So in here is some bloody gorgeous yarn. Let's have a look here. Super awkward because I've like tied them all up. Now these ones aren't caked because I only decided recently what it was going to be. I just haven't had a chance to cake the yarn. But the Alaska hat's been on my list for a while. I just hadn't had the yarns. So this is going to be the trees. This is some Deeply Wicked Plus from Easy Knits in the Noir colorway. Basically for my Christmas stocking, I asked my husband Sam to get me a bunch of Lucky Dips. So he got me a couple of Lucky Dips from Easy Knits, and then got some Lucky Dip mini skeins from a few different places. So this will be Noir for the trees. And then this is gorgeous. This is from Pixel Atlantis. The lovely, lovely, lovely Rosie. And it's in the Vintage Christmas Lights colorway. Rosie has actually stopped dyeing, so if you want anything from her on her Etsy shop, get it, because this is going to be your last chance. She's got a sale on at the moment as well. But I got this from a trunk show, and oh, it's just so gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Ugh. 75% merino, 25% nylon. 425 meters for 100 grams as well. Not bad. Yum. So let's put this back in here. Yeah, and I said the patterns are always printed off and put in the bag. Next, let's have a look here. This is a pom-pom bag. Ooh. A couple of these don't have labels on because I have lost my labels. All of this lovely stuff in this very busy and messy area behind me, which is where I used to sit on my computer. I don't have a chance to sit up there much anymore. All stuff tends to get dumped and I can't find my labels, which is really annoying. In here is yarn for a project I can't tell you about yet. It's very exciting. I picked these both up actually from Fairfest, which was run by the lovely Leona of Rusty Ferret Yarn. It was just basically the end before she closed Fluff Shop in Dundee. So we went up. Funnily enough, it was actually the first thing I went to just after I found out I was pregnant last year. No, the year before. God, 2018, wow. So it kind of felt nice to be able to bring Mr. Moo up to meet everyone. So this is from the Knitting Goddess. This is Golden Rainbow in Britsock. And this is Doll in Static colorway, but it's quite a dark static. Sorry, the lighting is not great in here. But together, I thought they make quite a beautiful kind of stained glass window effect for the colorwork project of my own design, which will be coming very soon. Keep your eyes out in the next few days. I'm very, very excited about it. In we go. Okay, now this project bag is stunning. It's from the lovely Ellen, Kalloch Ellen, or Mrs. Lamb's Yarns. Oh my goodness, look at it. Look at it. It is beautiful. I had an idea for a project bag that I wanted, and I was like, does anyone know where I can get these? And Ellen was like, well, give me a chance to mess around and I'll see if I can kind of create one for you. And like, it's deceptively big because of this like extension here, so you can fit quite a lot in it. And the most beautiful part about it is it was just after I had actually come out as bisexual, and she worked to make sure that it had like all rainbow colors, which I just thought was really, really nice, because I just gave her license to like go wild. I was like, do what you want to, like, it's up to you. This is going to be another design of mine. Now, those of you who have seen my designs, I have a Fire Nation shawl out. I do intend on releasing the patterns for basically all the Avatar The Last Airbender. So Water Tribe, which is what this one is, which is gonna be in some lovely West Yorkshire Spinners 4-ply in this lovely blue. I have the design in my head. I have not yet knit it up. So basically my test knit and my actual knitting the pattern's gonna be the one and the same. It's beautiful, lovely. I've made the swatch and everything. Just haven't. Oh, there's some needles in here. See, I keep thinking, where are my needles going? It's because I keep putting them in bags intending to cast the project on, and then not casting on the project. Well, that was interesting. My phone ran out of space, so I needed to clear out, like, there was like 9,000 photos on there, clear out a bunch of videos. Then Mr. Moo needed fed, and now he's having a wee play on his little play mat. I'm sure you can hear him. He's a very talkative little man. He, all of his favourite things make noise. You're gonna hear him. The realities of life. But yeah, as I'm saying, I keep putting needles in project bags intending to cast the project on and then not casting the project on. So that was nice. I found my 3.25 mil needles. Well done me. Yeah, I did that recently, where my Amma sweater, I've been intending to cast that on for like almost a year. Yeah. Yeah. For almost a year. And I found a set of 3.5 and 4mm needles in there, which I thought I had lost and have actually replaced since. But you know, you can never have too many needles if you cast on hundreds of projects at a time, like I tend to do. Right, next. End paper mitts. These were recommended to me a while back. Like, what did I say a while back? Like years ago. Oh, it's so funny, you guys. He's just rolling around like a mad thing, eh? So I got this yarn with a Christmas voucher I'd been given for a yarn shop. So this is gorgeous Jameson and Smith yarn. Wee, look at the contrast. Oh, delicious. Delicious. Sorry, the light is not great because we've been having basically snowstorms gusting in and out in Glasgow. Super fun. So it's quite dark. So you're just having to deal with overhead lights. But yeah, so pretty. And this is in a gorgeous rusty ferret bag. A golden rusty ferret bag. Very nice. I love rusty ferret yarn. Love you, Leona. Now this is a special bag that I was lucky to get my hands on because Lord knows it's difficult to get your hands on these. I got this at Edinburgh Yarn Festival a couple of years ago. And it is a pink hazel bag. Oh, look, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Oh, it's got birdie on it. It's pretty. And in here, oh, it's all caked and everything. It's some yarn that I also got at Edinburgh that year. Which yarn is it? Oh, here's the label for my pink hazel bag. 55% linen, 45% cotton fabric, and the lining is 100% cotton. Nice. I'm sure I have the yarn, the label for this yarn. So this is going to be my Incunabula. Incunabula, I think that's how you say it. Cardigan by Carrie Westerman from This Thing of Paper. And I think this is Titus yarn. But I can't remember, and I cannot find a label. Is there labels inside the cakes? No! Well done, me! It is in my Ravelry. But I cannot access my Ravelry right now because it's on my phone, which conveniently I am recording on. Well done, me. But I think it's Titus. It's a discontinued yarn. I know that much. But yeah, look at the colour. Oh. So it's going to be from This Thing of Paper by Carrie Westerman. And it's going to be super beautiful. I bought the yarn to make all these like beautiful cardigans and sweaters and stuff. And then I got pregnant and had a baby and my body is a completely different shape. So we'll have to see if I actually have enough yarn to knit the right sizes in those. But I have decided, like, I've kind of been putting off knitting sweaters and stuff since I got pregnant because, apart from crop sweaters, because I'm not necessarily massively happy with my body right now. But then I was like, do you know what, screw it. I'm going to do it. If I lose weight, then they just have more positive ease. I don't know, care. Like, I need to learn to love my body. Like, I grew a human in it, and I'm feeding a human with my body. It's pretty incredible, really. A noisy human. Yes. Right. This one. Now this, I love this project bag. So, can't get this anywhere because my, like, friend group, we all kind of got to know each other through geeky stuff at university. And someone made an offhand comment when we all started knitting about how we were like some cult of yarn. And we were like, oh my god, yes, we are a cult of yarn. And then I kind of came up with an idea, which was like a ball of yarn with a scroll that said cult of yarn with a knitting needle and a crochet needle through it because we knit and crochet. A lot of us, one or the other or both. And then one of my friends commissioned someone to actually draw it up really nice, and she got it for us in t-shirts, which I thought was really sweet, and then as presents. And then I decided one year that what I was going to do is I was going to use that piece of artwork and get it put on a project bag for each member of the Cult of Yarn, and I just think it's great. I just love it so much. I love it. So in here is the Paris in Berlin shawl. Now, the name always just gets the song From Paris to Berlin stuck in my head every time. But I saw Grace of Babbled Yarns, Vanna Vilmeal. She posted on one of her podcasts about this cowl, and I just thought it looked really, really nice. It's like a shawl / cowl at once, but I think it would look really nice in like a nice variegated skein. So I got this skein of yarn. I got this at Perth. From a person that I didn't know was actually based in Glasgow. So this is yarn from The Love of Yarn, and she has a dye studio in Glasgow, which I think is open to the public like 1 day a week. And I really want to go at some point, but like, oh, look at this, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's got naps in it, so it is the 100% Merino Donegal nap sock weight in the Twilight Sparkle colorway. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love it so much, and I just think it'll be really, really nice with that kind of little bit of texture and like smocking and stuff in this cowl. I think it would like really highlight the yarn, which is nice. So my lovely Cult of Yarn. What's next? I'm just picking these out at random. So this is the Undercurrent hat. Now, I picked up the yarn for this. Oh, it's in my Edinburgh Yarn Festival bag. I picked up the yarn and the pattern for this at Perth 2018. And both the yarn and the hat from the lovely Rosie of Pixel Atlantis, who I mentioned earlier. Again, she's just like the most loveliest person ever. And we actually met for the very first time. I think it was Perth 2017 or 16, 17. The first year I went to Perth, I think it was 2017. She's a podcaster as well. This yarn, look at this yarn, it's so pretty. Oh, the color. This is the Octopus Ink colorway. I actually have another skein of this that I bought not too long ago in her kind of closing down sale, because it's just so beautiful. I just love it so much. And the pattern is beautiful. Let's see, if I can get a picture. This is the Undercurrent hat. Rosie has a real knack for like simple, beautiful, fun to knit, easily memorized patterns. I'd highly recommend any of her patterns to you. I've knit the Serena capelet, I've knit the Una shawl, I have the Undercurrent hat. I don't really knit socks, but I know she has some socks patterns, I think. So definitely check her out. Like, even if you can't get any of her yarn, you should check out her patterns because they're really, really nice. Ooh, what is in here? Catoctin shawl. Okay, guys, right. This is an oldie. This one has been in my queue. Well, the yarn has been in my queue. Oh my gosh, wait till you see it. It's so beautiful. This is sparkly yarn. It's from Old Maiden Aunt. I bought it the very first yarn festival I ever went to, and it was like, 6 weeks after learning to knit, and it was my birthday. So I had Mr. Moo, where'd you going? Are you knocking over? Are you moving this table? So I bought 2 skeins of this. It's bloody beautiful. And excuse me. For ages, I didn't know what I was going to knit with it. Because it's just, you know those skeins that are just so precious that you kind of don't want to use them? But then I was like, no, this is some of the first luxury yarn I ever bought. Like, I gotta use it. Give me a second. Let me reposition the Munchkin. Mr. Moo! Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There we go. He's practicing his independent play, you see. It's an important skill. So yeah, it took me ages to figure out what I was going to knit with it, and then I've settled on the Catoctin shawl, which is beautiful, but also it looks like quite a lot of work, so I've just never got around to actually casting it on yet. But I will use this yarn. I will use it. It's special. 2011. And it's all made in Ant, I think I said. Sparkly, beautiful, wonderful, love it. Made this project bag myself. Just see, the great thing about fleece, right? So I do a circle, and I knit a rectangle around the circle, put some holes in the top, put a thing through. Fleece, you don't have to worry about stitching the holes, because fleece doesn't fray. Great. Pro tip. Okay, this is a bag I got at Perth from Kirsty of Greyneck Creations. Oh yes, it's beautiful. It's sugar skulls. It's wonderful. It's gorgeous. What is in here? Oh, the Freeze shawl. Again, one that's been on my list for flipping ages. And I bought this yarn at Ferret Fest 2018. Both from the Knitting Goddess. And both very pretty. But I think the Freeze shawl is mostly like mosaic knitting and stuff. So it's gonna look pretty. I don't know what the colorways are called because the labels are rolled up and in the middle of the case. Clever me! I mean, yes, clever me, because it means that the labels don't get lost. But it also means you can't really access them easily. Okay, another Edinburgh Yarn Festival bag. And this one is the Azula hat. Okay. Again, Sideways hats by Willy Wormhead. Been on my list for ages. I just think they're super beautiful. I love them. I do. And this one also, I mean, you guys know I'm a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender because I've literally had the designs for my shawls in my notebook since before I got married, so 5-6 years. Yep. I'm a procrastinator. The yarn for this Azula hat comes from Woo Sheeps, and I got it at Perth. Look at these. Oh, so beautiful. Woo Sheeps is a Scottish dyer, and the yarns are just absolutely beautiful. This green is like stunning. I think it's coming up on the screen. It's like deep and beautiful and like forest green, and then this beautiful like burnished orange. Oh, it's gonna make a really pretty hat when I get around to it. Lots of new techniques in that one, so that's I think partly why I haven't started it yet, but it's high on the list. It is high on the Mr. Moo. Sorry guys, you're just getting like lots of me exclaiming at my baby. He's almost mobile, which really is what makes things a lot harder. John Arbon bag. Very good for lots of beautiful colours. Nice British yarn. Well worth. So what is in here? Ah, this is the Winter Largo shawl. This one is a pipe dream. This one is an heirloom level like thing. And I saw this pattern a while ago, and it was I think 2 Edinburghs ago that I bought the yarn for this. Designed to work with a gradient lace. So this is like goes from like a lovely pale blue to like a kind of a deeper like blue, and it just is, it's a gradient. And this is Bilham yarn. Oh, their yarns are stunning, guys. He's holding on to the side of his mat and talking to it. It's quite funny. It's really cute. Yeah, stunning. But I just kind of know that this is going to be one of those ones that I cast on. It's like a super intricate lace. Beautiful. There's like an autumn one, a spring one, but like, look at that. I don't know if you can really see. Like, oh guys, look how stunning that is. So beautiful. I've even, I think, been through and like highlighted I've highlighted and color coded the whole pattern. Like, so all of the knit two togethers are one color, all of the slip slip knits, all of the yarn overs. Like, I've actually done a lot of the work. All I need to do is just cast it on. I've done all the prep work for it, but I'm not a baby. Maybe when he's like 14, 15 and he's going out to school and he's going out to youth clubs and stuff and I'll finally have a bit of time to myself, maybe then. Okay, this is a brilliant one from the Knitting Goddess. I knit so I don't kill people. Yep. Got this one. Hey! What you doing? Got this one at Edinburgh a couple of years ago. Oh! Swoosh. There we go. And in here is another design of mine. The circuit cowl. It's going to be a double knitted cowl. Oh, he's so fascinated with the table this is on. It's really cute. That looks like a circuit board. Like, you know the diagrams of circuit boards. So it's going to be reversible. Got the yarn at Ferret Fest a couple of years ago. Neon. Like, I think that's actually not coming up on the camera, but this is like neon yellowy green. And black. Oh, it's gonna be really cute. Again, design written up, just needs actually knitted. I'm good at doing that. Like, work writing up a design and then not actually getting around to knitting it. Oops. But actually, I think this year might be the year I'm going to try and knit more of my own designs, so maybe you'll get some releases from me this year. Okay, this is the Mahi shawl. This is a project bag from A Verb for Keeping Warm. I got this from the lovely Heather, aka Heather Tops, and she went to America and she brought back a project bag for us each and yarn. Same from my friend Sia, also the co-host of Tipsy Knits, and like, that was just so nice of her to do that. So nice. And here is some Old Maiden Aunt lace that I'm going to use to make a Mahi shawl from Carrie Westerman. It's so pretty. It's really nice. It's Shetland, I think, this one. So nice. So nice. Some of these are from before I saved labels, which is slightly annoying. However, not the end of the world, because I am an obsessive record keeper on Ravelry, so I can find what all the yarn is because it's all in Ravelry. This is a project bag. This is a project bag from Martin's Lab. And this is going to be the Evermond shawl by Athena from Kirsten Madigan. And I got this project bag at EYF a couple of years ago. Let's see. Oh, I've tied this one well. Let's untie it. It's funny because that was the year when you couldn't get into Martin Lab's stall because it was so busy. So this is some Rusty Ferret in the Quarantine colorway. My dad got this for me for Christmas a few years ago. He bought like 4 or 5 skeins of it. I'm like, cool. So I've just kind of been adding it to projects as I find it. And then, like, 100 little minis. I say 100 little minis. Not 100 little minis, but these are the color wheel minis from the Knitting Goddess. So many! They're like adorable. There's just so many of them. Look how cute they are. They're so cute. They're so colourful. I love them. And it took me a while to figure out what pattern I was going to make with them. And then Sia was like, Evermond. And the only reason I haven't cast it on yet is because I hadn't done any brioche at the time where I decided to do this one. I have now done brioche. I've done brioche a couple of times. The first time was just like a few little panels in a thing, and I didn't really understand it. I just followed the instructions and was a bit like... And then I made U-Rock, and now I understand it, how it works. U-Rock is great, by the way. Really like U-Rock. The pattern. This is going to be a circled hat. Again, Woolly Worm head. This beautiful project bag I got at EYF from Woolen Flower, the wonderful, lovely person, Jules. I did a natural dyeing workshop with her a while back. Like, when I say a while back, like years ago. And she's just the most welcoming, warm, lovely person. She's so nice. This yarn is from Easy Knits. It's from Deeply Wicked. I got this at the same show that I got my Old Maiden Aunt with the Catoctin shawl from. And again, it was too special to do anything with. My first yarn show, my first hand-dyed yarn. But I'm going to make a circled hat by Woolly Worm head. And it's just, yeah, it's going to be lovely. There are a couple of projects that I don't have in this box. I'm going to make, well, Perth, I had bought yarn so I had 3 skeins of Queen of Pearls Citadel sock in a nice muted colorway, like 3 different ones in nice muted colors. So I had bought 2 of her Ballista, which is 600 meters 4-ply in one color, so that I could do like a Sunset Highway, but I've decided I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to go into that, but I've decided I don't want to knit another Sunset Highway because I wouldn't feel comfortable wearing it anywhere. Plus, I think it would have got lost. Like, it was too subtle anyway, so I've decided that the 3 skeins originally I'm going to use to make maybe a flag slide in like colour blocks, which would be quite nice. I also have a bunch of stunning bright orange DK yarn from Dalton Border Leicester. If you don't follow them, you should go and follow them. Their yarn is great. It's a slaughter-free flock of sheep. Ellie's lovely. The yarn is gorgeous, and I'm going to use that to make myself a Lush cardigan. Again, I bought the yarn for that at Perth. Oh yeah, also on my list, this ginormous bag here is from Kirsty, Grenade Creations again. I messaged her after Perth this year, and I was like, do you have any bags that would like comfortably hold a sweater? And she was like, yeah, I do. So she sent me a picture, and I was like, cool. She sent me a couple of pictures, and I was like, oh, I really like this one. Send it to me. So it's huge. Like, it's massive. The picture did not do justice. Like, I was expecting it to be able to fit a sweater, but I thought it was going to be like A4, well, like maybe size. This is massive. It's huge. I love it. And the inside is all like beautiful biscuits. It's so good. In here, I have a bunch of minis or scraps of previous projects. It's funny, I made a bunch of previous projects, gave all my scraps away, and then suddenly decided, wait a minute, I can do stuff with my scraps. But it's okay. Like, you generate more. I just haven't been generating them at the speed I used to because I'm not getting as much knitting done because baby. But in here, I have this monstrosity. Like, that is right beside my head. That is the size of my head. I'm holding 4-ply double. No, triple. And it's going to be an aquamarine, but this one got so big that I decided I probably wasn't going to add to it anymore. So I've started a second one. And there's just like a bunch of minis. Can't really see. But yeah, I'm holding them triple. And that will become an Aquamarine sweater. That's going to be crazy to look at because each layer of this is so different. You can kind of see little bits, but like each layer has got its own personality, and as you get further in, there's more like neons and craziness. So yeah, that's my whips box. Not my whips. That's my Q box. God help me if that was my whips box. Having more than one whip stresses me out at the best of times. I wasn't brave enough to do the 31 in 2020 cal that Gemma from Project Bag and Nelly from Nelly Knits is been doing, because that would just stress me out having all those whips on. Because I like to know when I cast it on and when I cast it off, like that I consistently worked on it during that time, whereas like if I cast something on the 1st of January but didn't start knitting on it till like the September, I would feel like I've lied to myself about how long that project took, if that makes sense. I don't know. But yeah, that's my Q box. It was really fun going through all of that. It's given me some major cast on ideas now, actually. I don't know why I thought it would solve it. Sometimes I wonder about myself. Also, it's really weird recording on a phone, because normally I would be talking to you guys through the Tipsy Knits podcast with Sia, and we just record audio. It's really weird being able to see myself on a screen. Like, because I keep looking at the screen and not at the camera. Who knows? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Like, I have so much yarn, guys, that I really need to actually start working through this. But hey, at least I found some 3.25 needles. Needles is like, well done me. Put them in my needle case. Even though I've ordered replacements already. Oops. But yeah. Love you guys. Bye.